YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek. This is my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. We have another action figure review we're taking a look at today, guys. It is the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series 6-inch scale Sergeant Jyn Erso. Now, I picked her up at Force Friday, as well as picking up, of course, our friend Cassie and Andar, number 22 and number 23 respectively. We're only going to take a look at Jyn Erso today. She does showcase the typical Black Series boxing that we normally see for all the Black Series figures, the black and red trim, of course. The big question that would ask you as the viewers, is she worth the money? Is she worth a $20 price tag for an MSRP pricing of a typical what you normally buy nowadays on the shelves? So what we're going to do about that is we're going to go into our breakdown segment. We're going to open her up, look at the packaging, look at the articulation, look at the accessories like we always do, to ask the big question to the viewer. Is she worth $20? So stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in the breakdown shortly. Okay, guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at the Hasbro Star Wars 6-inch scale Sergeant Jyn Erso from the Black Series. Now, I really like this figure to start with. I think it's a great figure, very petite, very, very slender for this particular type of build. I mean, she's a very, very small actress. I don't even know what her actual real name is, the actual woman who's playing the actor's role for Jyn here. But all in all, I mean, she's a great figure. So let's first of all look at the packaging, because we always look at the packaging first. It's a typical Black Series box. She actually has the artwork on the side here, which of course showcases a open window box so you can see the figure within. The side just says the name of the character, and the other side is number 22 in the Black Series line. And we have a little write-up at the very, very top here. It talks about Jyn, and in kind of an imprint of that same imaging that you see in the front on the back. So all in all, standard packaging that we're used to. So let's put that aside. Let's look at Jyn as a whole. Great rendition of her, great face sculpt as you can see here, great paint, no blemishes, nice work on this kind of a jacket she has, like a vest. This, I would assume, is removable. I was messing around with this earlier. It does move around, so you could probably take this off the figure. I'm not probably going to try it because I don't want to break any type of joint or rip the actual vest itself off, but it's a very, very nicely done piece. It does, you know, open up a little bit so you can see the shirt underneath her. Great paint, no blemishes. She does have this really cool holster here where she can slide in her pistol, which we'll talk about that shortly. So first thing, let's look at the face sculpt again. Great face sculpt, and then the articulation. It is on a ball joint and a hinge, so you get both ball joint movement and hinge joint movement as well, so you get up and down movement, which is really cool. The arms can go out to a full T, as you can see here. And what's cool about this vest, it does not hinder any of the articulation at all. So you can spin her arms complete 360 if you want. It doesn't mess up anything. She has she's a single elbow joint, and she has wrist swivel, but no real bend in the wrist itself, which is okay. Same thing with the other arm. Now, when we spin her around a little bit here, great paint on the back here. As far as legs, she does have a swivel cut in her thigh, so you can twist her leg. She can do splits. You can only go about that far with her because of the way this holster is hooked up to her leg. That's about as far as you can get it. She can do a kick, and she has a double jointed knee, as you can see here. Foot rocker, as well as it goes all the way down to 90 degrees, and you can go side to side pivot on it, which is really, really cool. Now, going back to her holster here, she does have, the way this holster is designed, it does strap in across to this part around her waist and across her leg. And it is a little bit of movement on it, which is fine. What's really neat is it has this little piece that comes over the top of the holster, and it can slide into a peg. If you can notice here, there's a peg on the holster that you can actually push it into. I can push it in. There we go. You can see what I'm doing here. Give me a second, guys. There we go. So you can actually slide it into the holster so it looks something like that. So it actually clips in place. Now, that being said, let's actually look at the accessories. She has two of them that she really comes with. She's attached to this one, which is kind of a shawl that goes over her head. It's this great plastic. You can remove it. It doesn't hinder any type of the articulation. As you can see here, I'll put it on. I guess this is some type of disguise she would wear in the actual movie. As you can see, this is how she's actually packaged. And when she actually has this shawl on, it does not hinder any articulation or her movement of her shoulders at all. She still has the same range of motion, doesn't impede anything. The head, no impediment at all. You can get the up and down movement again as well. So all in all, it's a really nice accessory, and it comes with attached to the figure, which is really cool. Now, the other accessory she comes with here, if I kind of stand her up, is this cool looking pistol. It is black with some silver trim, black on the top and black on the bottom of the handle here. It is silver accent as well. She can hold it in her hand. She does have a trigger finger. So she can hold it. Looks something like this. Of course, she has only left and right movement of her wrist. There's no bend, really. I mean, you have a slight bit, but it's more or less the plastic itself, not really. It's designed to go left and right, more around. It's 360. Now, the really cool part is when you take the actual pistol off, as we talked about, and open up her holster, you can store the pistol inside the holster. Give me a second here as I put this in, move her arm out of the way. So you slide in her pistol, and then you actually clip, using that little clip point, the holster closed. So it would look like that, which I think is really, really neat, where you can actually put it in and it's not going to fall out. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, which I think is a really nice touch. They actually put this clip in place. They didn't have to do that. Hasbro didn't have to go that far with that type of detail, but I think it's a really nice touch they did here with this particular, the way that actually closes here. I mean, as far as this figure goes, I would say this is definitely a buy. Great paint apps, great articulation. You don't see many female figures nowadays. You see it in a mainly male-dominated market. Very few female figures. I mean, in Marvel, you'll see maybe a few Black Widow figures, but nothing like this for a very strong, powerful female character, very slender. A lot of young women can get behind this type of role model, this type of figure. So all in all, guys, I think this is a really, really good figure. I highly recommend this figure. And with that, let's go into final thoughts. Okay, final thoughts, guys, on the Hasbro Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Sergeant Jyn Erso. I really like this figure. For a female character, one, you don't see a whole lot of female action figures nowadays, an actual well-detailed, well-sculpted, well-painted action figure. They just don't have them that much, maybe because it's a male-dominated market, unfortunately. And I'm saying that it's a general term, guys. Don't flame me on this. Just if you look at the market, you'll see many more male figures than you do female. Now, for a figure like this, very, very petite, very, very slim, very, very stylized. I like how it looks. The articulation is sound, as we talked about in the breakdown. The removable shawl, which is really, really cool, which you mentioned as well. The holster, how it actually can hold her pistol and clip it into place, which is a very, very nice touch. Well worth, in my opinion, the $20 price point. If you can find her, she's pretty available now in most stores, in most big box stores, in your Walmart or Targets. You probably be able to find it there for the $20 price point. On Amazon, you might be able to find it maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending if you can get a good deal or not. But I would actually absolutely pick this figure up if you can find it. I hope you guys liked this video. Remember to click that like and the sub button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.